Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. My name is Sam and it's freezing.
And I am Chris, and I tell you how freezing it is. Not only do I have whiskey in front of me, but Sam has brought in a little miniature of Appleton's.
You know I mean business when I've got the miniatures out.
He's got the miniatures out. Hold on to your hats. And speaking of which, he's got a beanie on. I don't. He's got like 3 jackets on. I've got a jacket. Yes, we're in our studio, our garage studio.
The garage is warmer than upstairs, though, I have to admit.
You reckon? I'm not sure.
It is.
Sure.
Well,
do you
upstairs,
know Tash walked home from the gym?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's our flatmate.
I know. It is so cold out
upstairs, we have one of the ranch sliders permanently open a jar to let the cat in and out because it doesn't know how to use a cat door.
Yeah, so it's whistling a little bit of wind through there, and we have high ceilings and glass walls and no insulation and no heater.
Yeah, it's like the worst possible situation, and there's a cold front coming across the country that's absolutely made everything frozen.
Yeah, it was snowing in Napier this morning, which just blows me away because
at sea level. At
sea level, that's like, oh my God, Napier's like one of the hot places we used to go to when I was a kid. Anyway, so yes, we're in a cold place right now, and I was just going to say, if Mad Max was here, it would be an Antarctic Mad Max. It's so freaking cold wasteland. We should speak about Mad Max.
Yes, we went and saw that. Was it on opening night? I don't know.
I think it was opening night.
Close.
It was opening night, yeah. However, because we have some purist friends, we didn't get the Mad Max USB that you go for going to opening night to the 3D.
Yeah, you couldn't get the old
we
USB
couldn't go to the
charger.
3D.
Yeah, we've got to watch it on a proper film screen.
Yes, we're not watching that 3D. But regardless of how you see it, it is an amazing movie. You should absolutely go and see that movie.
It's very good. It's full-on action. There's not too much thinking required.
Which is awesome.
And the cars and the scenery are like the stars of the show.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
Every scene is so well shot and positioned, and yeah, it's just amazing. It really is. I've got to go and see it again. And it is definitely one of those movies you have to see on the big screen. You can't be watching that on a TV screen a little bit later on.
No, that's right. It was very good.
Sam sounds a little distracted because he's right now tweeting saying, hey, we're podcasting. If you've got any questions, tweet them through. Which
so
obviously,
we'll see how
if
that
you're
goes.
Listening to this, too late. You can't do that.
No, of course not.
But yeah, just so you know what Sam's doing, because he can't multitask apparently.
Well, yeah, says the man that was trying to read a book and stare at the TV screen and got confused.
I feel picked on. It's terrible.
Don't be like that.
So anyway, so Mad Max definitely worth watching, and
not too many spoilers in it. I will link in the show notes to a very cool video of them talking about getting the cars made.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I've heard you talk about it.
You should watch it. It's very cool. They basically there's so many practical effects in that film. They didn't use much CGI at all.
Yeah,
and the guy making the cars, I think he said, was "Make it awesome or I'll kill you." That's what George Miller said to him. And the tank car, which I can't remember the name of it now, they all had to keep up together, so they all had to be capable of doing at least 100 kilometres an hour through the desert.
Adam went and saw it again, and he said the second time he saw it, he really was geeking out over the CGI effect of Charlize Theron's arm.
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, she's got one arm, basically.
Yeah. It's pretty cool because in one of the behind-the-scenes footages, you see how they did it.
Yeah.
She's got her arm in the glove.
Yeah,
the whole way.
Green glove.
No, the green screen's just the little bit between her wrist and halfway up, just to show the rod in the film.
Right.
And that's the only bit that's green screen. The rest of it's just normal.
Yeah, but in that fight scene, the surreal scene where he gets out, wakes up and walks over, and there's all these half-naked women washing themselves in the desert.
Yeah, that's the scene I had problems with.
That's the awesome scene. Yeah, she had all that fight scene.
Yeah.
Hasn't got that robot arm on.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
when she's
pretty
just
cool.
got the stump.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
stump.
So my pet
Stumpy.
peeve with that one scene, post-apocalyptic world, they hose themselves off, and the tap on the hose is pristine, brand new. It's like just been brought from a shop and attached. I reckon.
I'm going to have to watch it again just to see this because I've been bitching and moaning about it.
I haven't. I've just brought it up like 5 times. But it's bright red. Everything else is half destroyed and recycled and a bit crappy. But the tap handle on the hose is brand new. They just brought it from a shop. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
How far away is Jurassic Park?
Oh, it's about, 10-minute drive to the movie theatre.
Has it?
No,
it hasn't
I don't
launched
know.
Yet. No.
I don't know. I'll have a look for you.
Sam's sense of humour goes a bit wonky when it gets cold, It's like...
Yeah. What's it actually called? Jurassic Park? Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, yeah.
That's it. You're really looking forward to this, aren't you?
I really am.
Yeah, should be good. Coming soon, 11th of June
11th
is when
June,
it's coming
what's
out.
that, 3 weeks?
Yep.
Ooh, start saving my pocket money.
I didn't realise Chris Pratt was in it actually until the other day.
Yeah.
There was something they were
I'm
showing.
like, he's the only one I know is in it, and I found out like early on.
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
like, that's one of the reasons that I really like the idea of it. So I reckon it'll be quite cool.
Ah, interesting.
Cool. Okay, so what else have we got to...
I don't know.
Well, you see, one of the reasons that I said, right, we better do this podcast tonight is because I'm away.
You're
in Auckland for the
busy
next couple
doing
of
stuff.
Three nights. And I had a pretty busy weekend as well. We're working quite well with our speakers for TEDx Ruakura.
Yes.
Things are coming along there very nicely. That's only 4 or 5 weeks away.
4
4
and a half weeks away, something like that.
So, yeah. Oh, actually, 3 or 4 weeks away. Yeah, right. And so that's going really well.
Have you got the signs
And
out
then-
of Auckland yet? The signs that you're going to borrow?
No,
I'm just
not
checking.
yet, not yet.
Don't see them in our shed as I look around. So
Yeah, so I'm got to get the stage signs and the carpet and all that, the red rug spot. But anyway, what I did do, though, yesterday, Sunday, was go to Script to Screen. They had a 2-day workshop. A friend of ours, Ben from Podfellas, of course, and
Ben
Paige,
Corks on Twitter.
Yep, Ben Corks on Twitter. And Paige, who's directed our 48-hour film, and she's first AD on Only Humane, which is...
and a poor student at Wintec.
and a poor student at Wintec. She was there as well. So they went for the 2 days, but because I had the TEDx Ruakura thing on Saturday, I could only do the Sunday.
Oh, you're like the
And,
poor cousin that can only afford to go one day.
Yeah, no, I paid the full price, but it was all good. And... no, I went to Sunday. It was really good, actually. It was really, really cool. Jackie Van Beek was the director and who took us through direction and stuff. She has a hugely different way of doing things, and it was interesting. It was really, really interesting to see her get these actors to do a rapid-fire things, bit of kissing involved there,
So
and
do
a lot
you
of
think
swearing.
Do you see yourself more as a director or a producer?
No,
And-
I don't think I would be a director.
Okay, I was just going to say,
I think I might direct I could see myself directing like a documentary or something like that.
Oh right, okay.
But yeah, unless I wrote it, maybe I'd want to direct something I wrote. But I'm more happy to get somebody else to direct it. I think.
Okay.
Because I pitched my film that I wrote, a screenplay I wrote for a short film. And actually went down pretty well with the crowd there. There was about 50 people in
That's pretty good.
in the audience. So, yeah, no, it went pretty well. And I didn't win a prize. I didn't even get selected in the top 6, which isn't particularly surprising. The person who won is on contract to some film place, and she writes for them, and she's got a degree in writing, and she did a few other writery things.
So
And
she knows
won.
a bit about it then.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
But she kept going, it means nothing. Just because I got a degree in it, it means nothing. But
Oh, really?
no, her story was really good. I mean,
Okay.
it was really good.
Oh, well, that's good.
So yeah, no, it was cool. It was a great experience. If you get a chance to do anything script to screen, you should go for it. If you're interested in those things, obviously.
And if not, just forget about it.
yeah, and on
wipe this from
Tuesday
your
I'm
memory.
going. On Tuesday, I'm going back up there. Tomorrow night, I'm going back up there, and that's why I'm staying up there for another script-to-screen thing.
Yep.
So it's really cool.
And just like that, the pod fellas have come to the party on Twitter, and
Woohoo.
they've asked us a question. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Chris is staring at the screen thinking about that, trying to comprehend. His brain is ticking over as right now. You might be able to hear that.
One horse-sized duck. I can handle one horse-sized duck.
Yeah. Because 100 duck-sized horses, you'd probably take them out, which is fine, but you possibly get too tired.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just too many.
Yeah.
It's just too many.
And we're assuming you're going to fight to the death. It's not like you're going to knock them out.
No,
You're
you've
gonna
got
have to
to
kill them.
destroy them.
So-
I mean, a horse-sized duck is still a scary. I mean, have you ever been attacked by a goose?
Yeah, no. Oh, no, I've seen
Really?
them chase people. Seen them chase Asians.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. Well, I've really been attacked, but I've had my
Swans and
sister
geese
been
and that are
attacked.
pretty bad at Rotorua, lakefront. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
place.
So, and that's not a horse-sized one. So imagine a horse-sized one.
Yeah,
like,
but
seriously.
But it doesn't, it doesn't say you're fighting them bare knuckle. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
true.
have a massive stick, stab it through the chest. It wouldn't last long.
yeah,
That's what you do.
yeah.
They've also asked another question.
And
Oh.
they get bonus points for putting a picture of a horse-sized duck and some duck-sized horses.
Yeah, they do. Bonus points to you
That's
guys.
awesome.
I'll have a drink for you.
Okay, there's another question there. When
Yeah.
did you not speak up when you should have? A time you've not spoken up when you should have. I've had way more times when I have spoken up when I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
which is way more.
that almost comes up daily when you're recounting stories from your past or daily endeavours.
Yeah, the verbal diarrhea things.
What was today's story about that? Actually, you said, it was
What?
it was the lady on crutches. We won't go there.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
That was a good story, but
Yeah,
maybe not for this podcast.
Maybe I'll get in trouble.
Yes. Maybe
So,
you will.
okay. When have I not spoken up when I should have? One thing I regret. There's very, very few things I regret in my life, but
And you are a man that when you were, I don't know if you like this now, but you have said in previous podcasts, you were a man that just said yes to everything.
oh yeah. So one thing I do regret is I didn't do something, and that was some of the guys I trained with at karate rather, suggested I apply for a programming job in Databank way back in the day. Like I must have been 16, 17.
Oh, right.
17,
Okay.
I think. And I just didn't have the confidence. And they said, well, it doesn't matter. You just apply. And I was like, well,
And back
dude,
then it
I
would have been...
only got school C, bro.
Yeah, and back then it would have been pretty simple compared to...
Yeah, and I probably did know enough. Looking back, it was totally a confidence thing, and I just didn't do it. And so it really shone out 4 years later when I was in London. I was working in a bar earning £100. I think, maybe £125 a week. Board and food paid for. Crap food, though. And my mate came over who had done the thing, was in Databank, and he had a job with, and this is 1990, he had a job with Marconi helping program guidance systems for missiles, and he was making £85,000 a year.
Whoa, pretty crazy.
Like, he was going to Europe every weekend
Yeah.
for a laugh. It was like, yeah, maybe I should have done the programming thing. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, very good.
What about you? No, come on, you got to answer the question.
When
When did you not speak up when you should have?
Nah, nothing really springs to mind. Nah.
Any time at work when the boss you so loved,
Oh, my old boss, the psycho bitch.
that one. Is there any time when you would have
yeah.
liked to have blown your gasket maybe, or said something that you
Well, it was weird. It's that whole confidence thing. So I was at the last job for 8 years, and probably in the last 3 years, I had the confidence just to like argue against any points she made. Like they were valid though, so I'd like back them up with examples and stuff. But I should have done that way earlier on in the piece and just queried it, because at the end of the day, it's just a job. She's just a person. Who cares? You don't need to take crap from anyone. So.
Yeah, I said a few things in telecom, and I don't think I was very backward about that at all. I think I was pretty...
Do you think that highlighted you as a troublemaker?
I did. I think I told you this, but Kevin Bowler, now he is now the CEO of Tourism New Zealand. Oh no, is he CEO or marketing manager? Sorry, marketing manager of Tourism New Zealand. He was the marketing manager of Telecom Mobile at the time, and we were the only ones that had 3G at the time.
Yep.
And we were number 2 in mobile marketplace. And I sent him an email and said, I don't understand your marketing concept. This is me. I'm on the phones, I think, at this point.
Remember, Chris is an expert in everything.
Of course I am.
Here's a book for everything.
And I said, I don't get what your marketing thing is. Why aren't we positioning ourselves to say we're number 1 in 3G? Because we're the only ones with it at the time.
Yeah.
And just, we may be number 2 in the old technology, but we're number 1 in 3G. And I put a few points of different companies that did this sort of thing and why I thought it was a good idea. I think I did something like that. And he emailed me back to give him his due, but then he said, well, that sounds a little bit like smoke and mirrors to me. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? This is marketing, isn't it? What?
That's crazy.
So I lost all respect for Kevin Viola pretty much with that email. Not all respect, but a lot of professional respect, put it that
But
way.
marketing people are funny because we had them at my last job and they'd just be all airy-fairy and come in and go, oh, yeah. And they ended up putting these signs up around the building and it was like they were interviewing, it was a story about someone talking about their interaction, I think, with the industry. But they must have run out of ideas because they had like multiple stories, but they could only come up with like 1 or 2 names. And it was supposed to be like heaps of different people, the way they market it to us. And we had to sit down while they spelled all this stuff out to us. And then they went out and got all these signs made. There was hundreds of signs. Like the sign makers were bloody rolling in it, laughing. And it was crazy. But there's...
Oh no, they are bad. Like we had our values things a couple of times at Telecom. We've had to change our values and create our values and understand our values and things.
Yeah.
And it was pretty bad. And I know that a friend of mine who shall not be named at this point, but she does work for 2 Degrees.
I know who you mean.
I know you know. She and a friend was there when the marketing people brought over and went through these values. I wish I could remember what the value was, but she said, that is so not a value. And so they said, oh, which value would we put here? And they said, oh, that
Did you have an acronym? Ours was ABCDE.
No.
Because they'd be like...
No. Sam is being quiet so he can get the clean laugh sound.
Yeah, if you listen to 2 podcast episodes ago, you would have heard a special intro that I put together. I think the Podfellas are doing something with that this Friday with their podcast when it comes out. We had ABCDs and E's, and they'd ask when you'd go for a review process for your pay round, what are the ABCDs? And everyone could remember like 3 of them and then forget the rest.
I was a girly swat. Well, no, to be fair, I was a trainer, so I had to teach them.
Yeah.
So I had to know. But so marketing... sometimes they get a bit crazy with that sort of stuff, but I think that's why I really like direct marketing, and it's really a part of marketing and sales should be all one process. It's just it's all part of one process, and people forget that and don't do that. Anyway, I'm getting on a lecture bent, and we don't want to do that. So, we got any other questions coming in?
The hoverboard record was broken today.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
The Canadian man did it. And he just made it himself. Looks pretty good, actually. He flew... The old record was 50 metres, and I'm pretty certain it was the one that had to float above a copper track or some stupid thing. He did 275.9 metres instead of 50.
And he's doing it over water.
I know, it's amazing how stable this thing is. We'll post a link to in the show notes, so you should check this out. And he is over water, and it's just cruising along. It's pretty cool. It's not the hoverboards, of course, from Back to the Future.
No.
And, this is not a hoverboard, more like a hovercraft. It's far too big. That's
Royal Courtier.
Yeah, one of the comments on the website, and then the next person says, well, don't buy one then.
Yeah. The first one had -2 thumbs, and the second one had +1.
So a lot of there's some few skeptics here. So apparently in the video, there's not enough displacement being shown to lift that amount of weight. And it doesn't look, I will agree, it does not look right. Someone wrote as a load of BS. This is the closest you can get to that, and that's the Martin Jetpack, which is a New Zealand Kiwi invention.
Mm-hmm.
And the volume of air that would need to be displaced to lift someone of, say, 90 kilos fully dressed, and the other is the power source. So this thing's quite small when you think about it like that. And I'm going to play the video.
Play the video, because I'm like curious now, because I haven't actually seen
Because it almost looks like he's being towed behind that boat, to be honest, in that shot, in that still. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually a Guinness World Record.
Guinness World Record official opening on the video.
Whoa.
So yeah, they've got their screwed in ears there, so that's pretty cool.
Bit interesting. But you would think... I don't know. See, to me it sounds like it's probably 4 two-stroke engines going hard.
It's not got any hand controls at all.
No, he's on by Interesting. I'd love to see videos of him with prototypes as he failed. That'd be funny as just falling in the...
There you go. If you are going to ever invent something like that, take videos of your failures, because you could make probably more money off the videos of the failures than you will off the successes.
Yep, and you've got to beat 275.9 meters.
Yeah, and thinking about it, doing it across over water makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Sam's just laughing or tweeting about my laugh. God.
Well, we're going to eventually build a website called thelaugofchris.com, and that'll be showcasing Chris's laugh, which is amazing.
Has that domain gone yet?
No, not yet. I might buy it next week.
I think it might not last that long. Anyway.
It'll be fine. We're on to a winning topic. What else has been happening? Oh, I don't know. This isn't a very well thought out podcast, guys.
No, it wasn't.
Here's John Key's topless selfie.
What? Oh, John Key.
Yeah, John Key. Look at him. Oh, obviously that's with his son, Max Key. Okay, that was stupid. Apparently it looks creepy according to the people leaving comments.
John Key, if you hadn't known, was our Prime Minister. Oh yeah, what about Abbott? Dickhead.
Yeah, well...
So, congratulations to Ireland. They have finally joined the land of the world of the enlightened, and they have legalised same-sex marriages, which, I mean,
with votes 2-1 in favour of it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and for a very conservative country, that's pretty cool. And I think the point is, I mean, I don't know what you think about it, but it's like, well, it's not hurting anybody. Like, it makes a lot of sense. I can't see any argument against it. Go for it. It's not going to affect me. Like, what do I care? So, like, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah.
It's like, you guys eat meat. I don't go off about that
I know.
either.
Yeah.
So, anyway. But Abbott is strongly opposed to that. Prime Minister Abbott of our neighbouring Australia is very much opposed to that, and he said he would not have a public referendum on it. It would be decided in Parliament, because he has more control over it, one would assume.
Yeah, and talking about putting the thumb down on the Australians and, driving them into the ground and making no one want to visit there or even work there or live there. Come live in New Zealand, it's way better. There's a story here. Aussie public servants are banned from wearing onesies. What has the world come to when Australian public servants can't wear onesies?
I bet you still let them wear Ugg boots, though.
Oh, yeah, they'll be all over that. Oh, hang on. Yeah. That would be things like jeans, thongs, Ugg boots, and so on. And when they mean thongs, they mean flip-flops, don't they? Well, we call them jandals, but...
In New Zealand, they're called jandals. And in the UK and I think Canada, they're flip-flops.
Yeah.
Ireland, they're flip-flops. And Aussie called them thongs. Well, to us, thongs are a very, very skimpy brief pair of underpants.
Pretty much like a G-string.
A G-string is a thong.
The old G-banger is a thong to us.
And so when Aussies go, just get my thongs and go to the beach, we're like, just laughing. It's funny.
I know, it's pretty good.
Is that guy, what's his name in that photo?
No.
It looks like him, though.
No, it's just some weird ginger.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is. What is
Ray
it?
Williams
Squirrel
is what
suit?
I was thinking.
I don't know.
Bunny suit. Yeah. Anyway, this is not helping our listeners, us looking at photos.
No, they just have to use their imagination all the time.
When we're talking, they really, really do.
That's right.
Any more questions coming up?
No, the podfellas have gone to sleep. They're probably editing their episode with you laughing. They hate to think what they're doing because they do some pretty cool stuff. We will see. They are fans of the laugh.
No. Oh, no. I don't know. Yeah, not so sure about the laughing thing.
It's your one big hidden talent, Chris. You need to capitalise on it, make money from it.
It's not really that hidden, to be fair.
What's that?
It's not really that hidden, to be fair.
It's not, but it's like hidden in plain sight. Like you could have capitalised on this since... I mean, you've probably been laughing like that since you were a little kid.
Yeah, probably.
Which would have been quite epic as a little kid. Oh, Chris is laughing. Put him in the corner again. He's got so on the step.
Yep. That used to happen.
Oh, really?
Out of the room. No. The whole family was big on laughs, and my mum was a really, really good joke teller. And through my teenage years, through my 20s, pretty much, I'd pretty much say until I got married, I was a really, really big joke teller.
Did the marriage take it out of you? Or what happened?
It wasn't supposed to sound like that, but yes.
Oh. Okay, then.
And then I got divorced and didn't laugh for years.
Yeah, I saw a really bad joke the other day. What's like a parrot but orange?
Don't know.
A carrot.
Okay. that's
I told you it was bad. It's like what's brown and sticky?
Two nuns are in a bath. One says to the other, "Where's the soap?" The other one says, "Yeah, it does, doesn't it?" What I like about telling that one is usually just looking at people and taking their time to get it. And some people don't get it for ages. And some people you need to explain it to.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, with that, I think we're going to wrap this up. I'm sufficiently warm now. I've drunken some of my little tiny bottle of rum.
He's drunk half a bottle of, not even half, a quarter.
No, I wasn't going to say half.
A quarter or a third.
It's only 43%, and I'm drinking it straight, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
So anyway, this is episode number 33 of the Chris and Sam podcast.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, and we will endeavour to keep these things fairly regular, although we have some pretty busy things going on at the moment. So.
Yep, we're going to fit them in when we can and record whatever we want because this is our podcast.
Yeah, but if you do follow us on Twitter...
If you want to pay our bills for hosting and stuff, then maybe... we could come to some sort of agreement. And go to the chrisandsampodcast.com, hit us up on the contact page, just put in your credit card details in the comments section, and you got to have that 3-digit code at the end, the CSV code, and the date, and the name that's on the card, and we'll take it from there. Don't worry about anything. We'll be fine.
You can tell he's been in the Appletons, boys and girls. You can tell.
Yeah.
All right, no, it's been great to have you here with us today. And, do follow us on Twitter. Chris and Sam Pod, I should say. At
Chris and Sam
Pod. And next time, maybe you'll be able to ask us a question.
Yeah, it'll be great.
All right,
okay,
bye.
See ya.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friends.